Welcome back to the Two Bump Podcast. My name's Khalif.
My name's Kevin.
Excuse my language. Man.
I don't know. I always take off my glasses, and then when you try to show me some stuff later, since we're watching only, and then I'm just blind.
Back into the struggle life.
I do live here. You don't gotta.
All right.
Wait, gotta send
episode
that.
21?
21.
Yeah, episode 21.
It is now.
We're back. Is it charging?
Does that even fit? Whatever.
Yeah,
yes, we're back for episode 21, and this old other studio still under construction.
Can you open up that article?
You
We're not gonna start off with it, but how's your week been, buddy?
I fought. I went to a little fight tournament. Didn't win, but got the experience. It's unofficial.
Yeah.
I won. Some people told me it was a tie. Some people, it was a 2-round, 2-minute. I won the first round, they said, and then they said that because it's not official or anything like that, so they just do whoever looks like they're doing better. Mm-hmm. So when because like I said, I was telling you, I do this thing where, in fights they either clap or they.
Hold on. Let's give them some context. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kevin is addicted to thrill. So he's going around to random places and just fighting random dudes.
You can't talk about it. It's Fight Club.
He's basically doing Fight Club in Little Havana somewhere. Go ahead.
They both have been in Miami too.
No, they're in Hialeah, bro. Don't say Miami. Hialeah, Little Havana.
Miami.
They're going to these
Midtown, right there.
No, lies.
What do you mean?
The USC gym in Midtown, or?
It was by there, I think.
No, you going to some random places. You fighting in someone's backyard.
Hey man, just wait till they start paying me for this. $200 just to lose.
They're paying him with peanuts. They're like, yo, make sure you eat these on your way home. A bag of peanuts.
Hey man, I can't believe he gave me that. But yeah, so I've just been. I haven't even been training at a real gym. I've just been training at home because things been going on, and then I feel like I didn't do that bad because compared to my first fight, I gassed out really fast. Mm-hmm. But now I feel like I got the stamina back up a little bit.
You ever seen Creed? You saw him running, Michael B. Jordan.
Oh man,
Rocky just running in the sun.
Listen,
with a truck behind it. I don't have a truck, but listen, my little oil leaking Acura, you can follow behind.
If any of those Rocky movies can do anything, is they can motivate you to work out just for a split second.
Just that music. Dun, 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 dun. Is that it? Oh no. What was I singing?
I think you were singing "I the Tiger." But yeah, I mean,
we need to get a soundboard. I'm gonna start playing music.
Yeah, it was. I did 2 fights. I did jiu-jitsu and I did kickboxing. Kickboxing I did a lot better in, but I did jiu-jitsu probably maybe 10 minutes after that, and I lost that. I'm not gonna lie. I got caught in a triangle.
Oh, you did jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, and I got caught in a triangle, and they,
Why don't you just kiss him? He'd be like, let go of my arm.
That's how you get
That's how you cheat, dog.
That's how you get beat. No, it was because the guy I fought, or I don't know. I guess the guy I went up against. I've trained with him before and I know him. Yeah. They just needed someone to go against him because not a lot of people there did jiu-jitsu, and I'm on top. And he's about to
pause.
Basically, pause obviously, but I mean it's fighting, you gotta all right. The whole conversation,
whatever
pause.
you call it, dog. Whatever you call it.
And he's about to basically put me in a chokehold with the triangle. And I can hear one of my buddies in the corner. He goes, "Put your knee on his head," and I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Damn.
In my head, I'm like, "That's fucked up."
They try to get you out of there.
He's like, "Just put your knee on his head, and he'll let go." I was like. But I know the guy. That's kind of messed up. And he was fighting clean, It's not like he did because in jiu-jitsu, I mean, when I would train, they're like, "Oh, it's perfectly legal if I dig my chin in your ribs when they got the side mount or something." I'm like, that's messed up, bro.
I don't want to be fighting, man. What's wrong with you guys?
I don't know, but it was a fun experience. I'm gonna
when I need to release something, when I get big at the end of the year, I'm gonna go start fighting.
I'm gonna go.
Just for the fun.
There's another one coming up.
No,
you can come with me. No, you can come with me. This one, you just need some experience, you know.
When I re-up my insurance in November, I'll come.
My insurance.
I'm insurance list right now. But let me just read you guys this quick article I found. I thought it was interesting. Primary school bans sexist phrases like "man up" and "good morning, boys and girls," as head teacher says it's damaging. So let me just read you a little bit about it. And a school in Birmingham, Sparkhill, claimed that the phrase "good morning, everyone" should be used instead of "boys and girls," because it does not create a gender divide and includes those people who might not identify as either sex. Question for you, man.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
What do you think about this?
I mean, people could be whatever they want to be.
I agree with you.
But I mean, if you really want to get scientific on it,
not even scientific.
It's a factual thing. Like, there's two genders. Like, you can identify as one thing.
Sir, are you defying the elemental P's right now?
Listen, if you want to identify as a trash can, you can be a trash can. All right, you fucking trash can.
Yo, listen, the Rainbow Six will be coming after you, man.
6ix9ine are, gonna come after me.
Man,
I don't know, man.
Come after you.
I don't know. Yeah. Listen, my mom was saying that.
Don't put your mom.
No. My mom was saying, we were having a conversation about Dogecoin, which is another thing we can talk about, and she was saying money. Cuban Gooding Jr. was talking to Ellen DeGeneres, who's obviously a lesbian.
Isn't Cuban Good Jr. like a? Then he go to jail for? He's going to jail for rape right now, right?
Rape? I don't know that. I mean, no, I think he was accused of something.
Yeah, he's in jail for raping like 7 girls.
Is he really? Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude.
Cuban Gooding Jr., the man with the snow movie with the dogs. What's that movie called?
He's black, right?
Yeah.
Cuban, right? No, his name is Cuban. Yeah. He has a son like Cuban Jr., right?
That's him, Cuban Gooding Jr.
Yeah. It's either him or his dad. It's one of those.
What movie's from? What movie is he from?
I know he was in one of those.
Snow Dogs? Is that what it is?
I don't know, but I know he was in one of those famous black, like Menace to Society. I think he was in.
Yo, I'm thinking about it. I can't think of a movie. I can't think of a name he's in. Of a movie he's in. What's wrong with me?
Look Cuban Gooding Jr. I'm telling you, he was in Menace to Society.
Cuban Gooding Jr. movies. Let's see what Siri's got to say about this.
Let me see his face.
Life in a Year, Chill Factor, Red Tails, The Hit List. That guy right there. Can you see that?
No, click it. I can't see him.
It's got to load. I got cricket. Everyone give it a minute. It's not going to load. I got cricket. I'm sorry, everyone. Let's see.
See if he's in Menace.
Right there. Life.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. He's in jail, I think.
He was in Snow Dogs. You see, I knew it.
Yeah, he's in prison, I think. Or he's on his way to prison, something like that.
So, I don't know. Anyway.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. We don't know the facts.
So I'm
We're not going to speak on that.
Okay.
Yeah, that video is really famous of him just walking out of the thing in handcuffs. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's always that, and then the one right after that is Bill Cosby doing the.
Yo, that guy's nice. That's another sick old man. I feel you though, Bill. Though, damn. Before you go in, you tell him, yo, I can't see, I can't walk. I can't.
Anyway, so my mom was telling me that Cuban Gooding Jr. was telling Ellen DeGeneres, however you say her name, was that he was trying to talk to her to get her to be able to accept Dogecoin, the cryptocurrency, as a form of payment for people to go see her shows. Mm-hmm. And that whole conversation, I was like, oh, but like, aren't people like not really liking her because of like apparently she treated her coworkers and her workers like garbage or whatever. Yeah. And she goes, yeah, but she's got the whole LGBT, like that's literally how she said it. And I was like, you mean the whole alphabet? And she was, yeah, there's so many, I just can't keep up.
Alphabet community.
Yeah, I just can't keep up. And I was like, yeah, I don't know either. So that's kind of what I'm just saying. Like, it's getting out of hand. You know what I mean?
What's getting out of hand specifically?
Just like how everyone is so sensitive now. You know what I mean?
But it's for the greater good. But I do agree with you. Sensitivity is at an all-time max. But that's why you have certain platforms like ours. Our little 30 subscribers, or 68, excuse me. Our little 68
Man,
subscribers.
you
we
better
don't
put
get
some
watched.
respect in that 68. That's one away from 69.
Yeah, but that's why you have certain platforms. I don't know if you ever seen the Andrew Schultz podcast, Flagrant 2. Like, them boys be wilding on there, man.
I haven't actually.
They be wilding. There's a lot of certain people that if you watch, they just give it to you straight and real. That's why they're so successful in that business. Because a lot of people are afraid to really explain themselves nowadays. So when you actually get some real content from people, you hear it. But going back to this topic, I think you're confusing children, man. Like, honestly.
Oh, like they're confusing children by saying
The
that?
adults who believe this way, you're an adult already, so you kind of already know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to little 5 and 6 year olds and you just say good morning, and then you say, yo, don't use any pronouns for them, and just call them by their name, now you're confusing them. So what are you teaching them when you're teaching them like the alphabet and the lanes? Do you say her or she? Yo, miss whatever, am I a she or boy? Ask your parents.
It's like
That messes with your psyche.
It's like Johnny bought 5 apples. How many does he have? And he's like, whoa! How do we know it's a he? What's going on here? There's no pictures here. How do we know?
How many does it have?
How many does it have? Like, come on, bro. When you get to that point, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's one of those things. I think it's really confusing, man. Like my niece, they had like this unicorn, and in the unicorn, it's like this gender unicorn. That's what they call it.
A gender unicorn?
It's so confusing, and it explains to you like what she. So basically, what you circle is kind of what you feel like. So it was like, yo, do you like trucks?
You're a
dude.
dude.
Trucks?
Yeah.
Yo, do you like ponies? I like ponies. Yo,
You wear makeup?
do you like colorful things? I like colorful things. And then you turn it in, and they came back. She may be
a he.
By gender. I mean, by like some crazy term I never heard of. I said, yo, dude, she's 4. And she plays with trucks. Like, who cares? Like, she plays with you have ambulance truck, because I have a nephew too. So whatever toys is there, she plays with.
Yeah, I mean,
how you gonna tell a 4-year-old that, oh, you shouldn't call her a her because you don't want to confuse her, so she can just be her?
No,
like, no,
bro.
That's a girl. She has a vagina.
That's like saying everyone on like that Motor Trend channel, like every girl there, oh, that's a dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like apparently they're not allowed to get into cars, and they're not allowed to be interested in those things. It's like, nope. It's like, come on, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think they're really gonna confuse children, bro. Like, honestly, I think it's gonna take hard-headed parents to like not subscribe to the system when the system is teaching your children. If that makes sense.
I'm just trying to get off this planet.
Hey, man, you can have fun in Mars, man.
But
we're not gonna be alive by then.
There's like a conversation to terraform Mars by nuking it.
There is, but before we go to that, we can go down that wormhole in a little bit. But like I said, I really do think you're confusing children, bro. Honestly,
I think you should treat your kid as they are until they're not a kid. You know what I mean?
What do you mean as they are?
Like
as a boy or as a girl?
Like if let's say like right now I had a son,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna treat him like a son until he's, I'd say, around 18, between 18 and 21. I feel like once you're 18 and 21, you experience some things, you know what's what, you can, that's at that point, you finish high school, you've lived your life a little bit, go ahead and see what you want to be, do what you want to do.
I don't even think, 18
and then,
to me, 17, shit. We being real, like 17. You graduate high school around 17, 18. You go out on the road and figure out what you like. But at the end of the day, man, when you start them off so young with not knowing what to believe, I just want you to think about this. What if when you grew up, you didn't know if you were a boy or girl till you're about like 12?
I don't know.
They just didn't use, no one was using that term. So you were just like, Kevin. Damn, am I?
What am I?
When I look in a book, it tells me I'm a dude, but everyone else is telling me I can be whatever. That's gonna mess up your psyche. Just imagine if, for example, like this, I was telling a friend of mine. We were talking about like how some guys might be gay and some girls might be lesbian. I mean, gay as well.
Like what? Like some people are born gay.
Yes, that. But we're saying that
born gay.
It can be. No, I agree. Some people are born gay, but we're saying that groupthink. You ever heard? You know what groupthink is?
No,
right?
I don't. What is it?
All right, so say if me and you grew up and we had 2 other friends, and one of our friends said black was their favorite color, and I was like, black is my favorite color too.
Black is the absence of all colors.
And then what if we all four of us said black is our favorite color, but you really like the color green? But you're only agreeing with us because all three of us said black is our favorite color. So you're like, yeah, black's my favorite color too. That's groupthink. You feel that you have to say black is your favorite color, so you won't feel.
So it's basically just following the trend.
Sort of, kind of, yeah. But groupthink can be good sometimes, but groupthink can be bad. So like groupthink in a bad way would be like someone who grew up in like Alabama or like somewhere north of Miami with like racist people around.
Yeah.
So everyone's racist. So like, I just kind of grew up racist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it'd be like
I see
one
what
of
you're
those
saying.
things. So if you grew up hating like a family, if you and your family, you grew up with your family, they hated homosexuals, more than likely you're gonna hate homosexuals. I just see my dad say it all the time, so that's why I don't like you. It wasn't no particular reason. I just see my dad say, "Yo, I hate black people," so I just started to hate black people. Or I
Not saying you do hate black people.
Spanish people, or I started to hate white. It can just that's groupthink. So I think what's going on, because this is going on with a lot of transgender girls becoming boys. Like they're going. I read a little news article about it that they're forming. So it was about these 4 middle school girls. And one of them was like, yo, I want to be a dude. Like, first she went to, like...
How old are they?
Middle school. So, I don't know what middle school is, but...
Yeah.
So, you can say about 12 to 14.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, they're in middle school, a group of them. And they felt... One of them felt... We're like, yo, I'm bi. Because I kind of like girls and I kind of like guys, but really haven't done anything with a girl or guy. And the next, one starts dressing up like a boy. She was like, yo, I'm a transition. I want to be a dude. She's telling everyone, yo, we should transition. We should be guys. We shouldn't have to be forced to be women. And guess what? All 4 of them were saying to their parents, yo, we want to get, what's the hormone pills, testosterone pills, and yada this. We want to be dudes.
I don't know, man. Like, honestly, I don't even want to entertain it no more. Because it's just
group. That's what I'm saying. But what if, okay, here, let me go to my end of it. What if you grew up one day around a whole bunch of dudes, and those dudes' parents kind of like conformed in their mind that, yo, I'm gay. There's nothing wrong with that. Just think about this. What if you grew up somewhere and every single guy around you was gay? Do you think you had a higher percentage of being gay or straight?
I mean,
6 years old, you went to school, 9 of your 10 friends are gay.
I mean, that's what it is. Because, like... They don't say that term out of nowhere. They don't say like father like son, like mother like daughter. That doesn't come from nowhere. That comes from I raised you, you looked at me, you adapted my skills and my you inherited my my comedy or something like that. Even the language, you know what I mean? Cuz I have a friend who his mom was from like Jersey or New York and he was born in like Florida. And he has the accent of like saying like water. water.
Yeah.
Or like daughter. He'll say everything fine, but then as soon as it comes to water, daughter.
She taught him language.
It's just like that's what they hear and that's like that's the correct way.
When you start off at home, when they're like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, those songs that start off with the children. So I know like a lot of girls who were born here and dudes as well. But when they're taught and their moms barely speak English, guess what? They're going to have a Spanish accent.
Yeah.
That's just because who taught them.
I was thinking about that the other day. People who speak speak Spanish all their life, and then they try to speak English. It's like they have like a really like a squeaky soft voice.
Yeah. It's a part of it. But to end off that conversation, I do feel like it's you confuse when you start out so young with that. You're confusing the children. It's better just to go off regular ways, and then, hey, when you get to that age and you want to do it, have fun, you know what I mean? Don't hate on them. But when you say, yo, don't use these terms around them, and then you teach, but remember, they're young. You got to teach them at the end of the day what a she, what a he is.
You know what I wonder? I wonder if they'll, I guess it's a little weird to say. I wonder if they'll make school longer.
I mean,
like,
from the looks of it, they're going to make school shorter.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because I just feel like now, there's so much that like even just like the human race as a whole has learned to be able to squish all that into semesters and how many years of school? Like what? I guess 18 years of school. I guess you could say 19.
If you really think about it, because you don't start school till you're like 4. It's about 16.
Okay, so yeah, like 16. So like 16, 17 depends what you do. Like that's a lot of information to squeeze that you're gonna basically need for the rest of your life as just the basics.
Some of the stuff you don't really need. Like you need English, you need literature, you need to know how to count. But in school, they don't really teach you. This is going off to another topic. But
I guess
in school,
so. Yeah,
they don't.
You're right.
Why don't they teach you taxes? How to do your taxes in school?
Yeah, I still don't know.
Or how to boost your credit score, how not to mess up your credit. It's certain things they should teach instead of. If you really think about it, how many people are going to use algebra for the rest of their life? Really think about it.
I love
who's going to solve these word problems?
I love seeing those algebra like memes, I guess you can call them, where it'll be like 45 miles per hour on the street, and then it'll be like what an algebra teacher sees, and it sees like a whole math equation problem right in there in the thing. I'm like, yeah, that's I mean, it really just depends on what you want to do, and I guess that's how they find it, by teaching you more, and if you continue to like it, then you like it. Because I guess it has to do with algebra can be used for like construction and science.
How many kids are going to use it? Not a lot.
Probably like 2 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm not saying don't teach it. I'm still saying teach it, but
the likelihood of it being used is pretty low.
It's not likely, bro. Like I learned Calc 2 and Calc 3. I'm not doing anything with that. Like it's no use. It's like what are you gonna do? Like you just need simple math. What's 300 plus 200? 500. There you go. You won't get screwed over in a deal.
And units of measurement. I think units of measurement is the most important one.
Yeah, measurements. They don't even teach us that good.
They really don't. They just teach you.
If you go to
3 feet in a yard,
Kingdom,
do that.
They teach you like I forgot what are their metrics?
Who?
I think they use millimeters.
Who?
Like UK. United
Oh, UK.
Like we use inches. They use centimeters. Yeah.
I know for weight they use kilograms.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kilograms, pounds, centimeters, meters.
Because you go on YouTube and you watch these weightlifters, and I'm lifting 265 kilograms.
I'd be so confused.
And I'm
man.
like, how much is that?
I'd be like, bloody hell.
Bloody hell, that was a lot. And I was like,
that was a lot.
Is it?
Yeah.
I start Googling stuff. And
like, oh, that's 300 pounds. I'm like, yo, I've seen these guys put the kilograms. I mean, I could definitely do
165 kilograms? That's nothing,
Look
bro.
Up 365.
Yeah,
my
like,
God.
Oh my
Lord. So what do you think? Did you see the SpaceX thingy that was going on this weekend?
Real quick, though, I do want to ask you before we get into the whole Elon Musk and Dogecoin and Dogefather and May 8th, by now. I saw the Demon Slayer movie.
Okay. Yeah. How did you like it?
It was pretty good.
Really good for an anime movie.
It was really
high production.
It was really good. It was animated really well.
Yeah.
This is going to be very spoiler right now, so this is everyone's warning.
No one watches us anyway.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
It'll only be me and you.
F it. Whatever. There's like a lot of things that I was like they could have, I guess like not even like, I guess story wise it made it better, but like there was just like obvious things. Like I was really glad that the whole like main villain, it wasn't the train. If it ended off,
oh yeah, I was about to be mad.
If it ended off on just the train being the villain, I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? And then when that dude showed up, what it was like the lower 13th or whatever.
I don't know what he just came.
Or the upper 13th. I don't know. It was really good. And then there was one point where he got like when he got the sword like probably like right here to his neck. You remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but he couldn't use the rest of his powers on. To cut his neck.
I know, but I thought someone like
that's what I was saying. They're frozen in fear. I don't know why one of those two didn't help him.
I thought the either his sister Nezuko or the lightning did the
they
dude.
Were knocked out.
I just expected him to like come out of nowhere super quick and just kick it.
Yeah, that's
just kick the rest of the way. I was like, come on, bro, it was right there. You almost had it. And then there was another part that bothered me. I just got to get this out right now. There was a point where the sun was coming up and he ran to the forest. And then when
I just think they're out of powers, bro. Maybe that could have been it because they could barely get up if you think about it. Because he was just crying at the end.
Yes.
You coward.
And then I don't know. I just expected him to just swipe down a bunch of trees just to be able to get to him, so that way the sun can mess him up a bit.
Yeah, he cut off his own arms. That was smart. He did all that.
Good movie though. I do recommend a watch. It did make AMC stocks go up because of how well it did in the box office.
Yeah, that movie was good. Went to the theaters twice and saw it. Good movie, good movie. But back to Elon. You see
yes,
the SpaceX
Mr. Musk.
little landing and stuff like that?
I actually have his tweets notifications turned on, and
Did you hear about the little landing and them going up? And,
be
'cause I
more
think they
specific
spent,
on
like,
which landing though, because
the
he's always doing.
the Dragon crew that came back. They're driving the Dragon spaceship, whatever it's called. They're up in space for like 3 months, something like that. Or 6 months.
I think I heard about that one.
Yeah, it was this weekend. They came back down.
Are those the people who left before coronavirus?
No, it's only been 6 months. They left like last year, like November.
I remember there was one thing where like as soon as those astronauts left, like coronavirus happened, everything hit the fan, and there was like they got out just in time.
I don't remember, but yeah, something like that. But I think I don't know what they're doing. I didn't really read into it, but I just thought it was interesting. Like, we don't care about that anymore.
Well, he's
That used to be worldwide news whenever someone went up to space.
Oh yeah.
Now it's just like
just another day in the office, huh?
What's going on with
Another
Kim
day on Earth.
Kardashian and Kanye, man?
I don't even want to talk about that. No.
But it's just one of those things I just feel like we take for granted how
Yo, going to
big
space is
it's insane.
Listen, going to space is no easy task.
That's what I'm saying. It's I feel like it should have been broadcast a little bit more. I was on CNN, barely read about it. I had to watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, you usually find it on live streams on YouTube.
Yeah, and like it's just like people come in and then go out. Like, it's hilarious. Like, yeah, we don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like,
but I mean, like earlier you was talking about them having to nuke Mars.
Well, the real thing is they wanted to terraform Mars, and one of the ways they wanted to try it was by nuking it. Yeah, because there's like a lot of things wrong with Mars, and I think one of them is
the water is frozen underneath the Earth, underneath Mars. So basically,
I think so, yeah.
I know a little bit about this. They have to nuke Mars. Well, terraform. That's the better words. We shouldn't say nuke. They have to terraform Mars in a way because they kind of have to warm up the atmosphere, and they have to get the atmosphere going. So they're kind of giving it a push because that can take millions of years for it to really come back.
Yeah.
But if they just nuke it the right way, and then probably plant some trees or however it works. But first they do have to put like certain type of bombs. Because what they had to do is they had to get the water from underneath that frozen ice
to the atmosphere, basically to rise
up and come up and blow up,
make clouds and stuff,
make clouds, oxygen, yada yada,
make it rain.
Crap. They had to have that stuff. Then they're gonna try to bring earth plants or some other type of plant they could to grow there to help build the oxygen. Because I believe I forgot what I think there's more nitrogen air. I don't remember. Kind of like
I don't remember the
air type, but I think it was more carbon dioxide or something in the air. But they're trying to make it kind of habitable for humans as well.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be able to go outside and you can't breathe, you just die. So they had to try to nuke it and do all this stuff. But to me, that's just it's one of those things. Just because it has never been done before, it's mad confusing.
Yeah, and then another thing is that you weigh like 2.5 times more than or 3 times. I don't know. It's some really big number that you weigh more on Mars just because since it's a bigger planet, it's got more of a gravitational pull, which makes you heavier and all that stuff. So that's another thing that
I wonder if that makes you stronger.
I read something about like if you go to Mars, like you can't come back. Like you would just adapt so much to Mars that like you wouldn't be able to come back.
What do you mean? Like you start floating and flying and stuff?
Not floating and flying type
Think
stuff.
about it. If gravity you say gravity's stronger, right?
Yeah. But then you come back to Earth.
Yeah, but think about you come back to Earth and you just like, yo, this air is mad light.
Imagine that. What's that like? What's that movie? I think it's John Carter.
Like Superman, like his whatever was on his planet.
Yeah.
When he got to ours, he's like, yo, this guy's a god.
He's like, yo, this ain't nothing.
They weren't doing that on their planet. You got ours. It's like, yo, the air is light, mad light.
Mad light.
Start jumping over.
Y'all can't dunk? Shit.
But that's what I mean. So I don't. It's confusing how all this space stuff works because it just never has been done. What they're gonna do is probably send like a monkey or a cat.
A cat.
Throw them out there.
Throw them in there.
Send them back. Hey, yo, try to walk real quick.
They'll probably, if anything, they'll start small. They've already put drones up there, so they'll probably a cow.
Caterpillars.
Yeah, maybe they will. Maybe they'll send like. I think first, if anything, they'll send roaches because roaches are like unkillable for some reason.
Yeah, but see, the issue is the things we don't know. What they do send roaches, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then somehow the roaches live and do whatever, but whatever they eating there turns into some radioactive. Like they just next, they grow like 7 feet tall.
A roach?
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying. It's so many variables you're not adding up, or the people are not adding
well, yeah,
up.
that's what the scientists are for. I'm just throwing words out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man, roaches are just nasty.
I know.
The other day, I was coming home really late, and I looked at my front door. I just see a roach there, and I was like, "Damn, I am not fucking with that right now. It is too late for me to just move in too quick." I got my hose. I missed the first shot of the water. Next thing I know, that thing was flying. I ran back in my car. I was like, I'm not doing this.
I feel that.
I waited for it to leave.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Me being scared of my own house.
I hate roaches too as well. I really do.
Like roaches are fine, but when they start flying, like they're unpredictable.
Oh, those,
you don't know what's going on.
Queen roaches or whatever. Because they all can't fly. Only some of them.
Some of them can fly. Some of them
confusing.
can't. I don't know.
I gotta look that up later.
I don't think you want to look up roaches later.
Elon, what else we got to talk about?
I think that was
Logan Paul versus Mayweather coming up.
I don't think we ever talked about Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. Rigged. That's it. That's my final thought.
Come on, you? Man.
What about you?
You have to fake the fight better than that, man. I could have took that punch, got back up, at least make it to the second round. You know what I mean? You doing these quick knockouts is not gonna help anyone make money.
He made a lot of money. He made like $800,000.
But it's just all right on your fifth one, and you knock him out again in the first round. The kids love it. Don't get me wrong, the kids still love it. Like,
yo, the kids are loving it. They're like, yo, I'm gonna hit that Jake Paul on
first
you with
of all,
the Fortnite dance.
He has a last name that should be. He has two first names.
He's got two first names.
His name is Jake Paul. He has two first names. So
let's get that out of the way.
It's just you can't be doing that, man.
I don't know. Ben Askren has literally been known for taking punches, but it's rigged. Whatever.
He just
anyway,
took his $500K. I feel it though. I would have done that.
I wouldn't.
Let me go eat. Get my ass beat $500K
for $500K, boy. If you win, you get more money.
Oh, then I would have beat his ass. I would have made it look better than that.
Because when fighting, you get like
Ben
an appearance. You get an appearance.
What are you doing? What are you?
You get an appearance.
I'm not going down like that.
You get money for just showing up, and then you get an extra bonus for winning. Yeah. And I think depending on what and where your contract is or whatever. I know Dana White, the way he does it is if you get knocked out of the night.
Not listen to Dana White. You hear what he said about Dana White?
Who?
Jake. He said, "Yo, all my fights made more money than any of your UFC fights," which is crazy, and that's a shame.
That's
a shame.
No, that's not true.
Yeah,
that's not true.
He said like besides 3 of your fights,
if anything,
he made more money than some of the UFC. Most of the UFC players.
What I've heard is he made more than the fighters. Yeah. That might be true because
we're not talking about UFC as a brand. We're talking about each specific fighter. Which
a fighter? Yeah, he's made
because the fighters. Because he's saying, which is right, why all the fighters want to just start doing boxing because you make more in boxing.
Because boxing, the way it is boxing is a guaranteed paycheck. Like boxing is just like such an old school sport that like people are like, yo, it's gotta be.
I don't understand why UFC can't do. Those guys are beating their asses way worse than boxing.
The way Dana White, because I've looked this up. Dana White puts it this way. He says, imagine paying for a fight where you know they're making millions of dollars off of it, tens of millions of dollars, and they run around and they dance around the ring for 12 rounds straight just because they already knew they got millions of dollars just for showing up.
Okay, but
so that's why Dana White doesn't pay good because he wants it to be. He's like, listen, I'll pay you this much for showing up, and I'll give you more money if you knock him out, and I'll give you more money if I think that you had the best fight of the night.
I agree. See, that's the issue there.
Where?
Listen, more money you get knocked out, yes. More money you want to fight, but dude, you gotta give them some. Listen, at this point in their life, most of them are just trying to get on. But dude, you can literally die doing that.
There was a boxer who died not so long ago who got knocked out and never woke up. I forgot his name.
No, I know that can happen as well, but it's more of a chance with the UFC because that's just gruesome, bro.
Yeah, that's
those battles.
There was
how dare you tell me I don't deserve a certain amount of money when I'm breaking all the fights? Like certain people like that, what's his name, Habib,
yeah,
or Habib, like certain guys like that. Yo, I ain't leaving that house unless it's 10 million guaranteed. But that they haven't figured it out yet, but they will because it's still a new sport. Sooner or later, the fighter's gonna figure out, yo, if I don't fight, he loses the money. even though technically he doesn't lose money, I can just go fight one of those YouTubers and get paid $2 million.
Yeah, that's true.
And whoop this YouTuber's ass in a boxing match. And go, because I'm at like Daniel Cormier.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna make more money fighting if they do get a fight, Jake Paul, than he ever did in the UFC. Facts.
I don't know how much he made, so I don't know
Facts,
how much
bro.
he would have
Whatever
to bring up a lot of money.
I'm promising he never made more than $5 million.
That's probably true.
100%.
Yeah.
If Daniel Cormier, and Jake Paul didn't get a huge buzz to actually have them boys fight, that will be because, dude, you're gonna get all the UFC people. Yo, Daniel Cormier is gonna knock this kid's ass out, and that's what everybody wants to see because a lot of people hate Jake Paul. Then you're gonna have all the little YouTuber kids who watch the streams every night, like, yo, Jake Paul's gonna beat us behind this old man, and they're gonna go watch
Who's
that.
this Cormier?
And people will pay pay-per-view to watch that. I would pay. I'm not paying $90, but I pay like $20.
I'll go to Flanagan's and watch it.
Yeah, like I would actually go watch that fight and be like, yo, I'm actually curious. Or him versus Johnny Jones Bones. Like, if you really get some people.
No. John Jones.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. You gotta get. If you put these up, you can actually get people to fight.
Another thing is that Dana White was getting annoyed by it because he's like, the kid's doing. This is what Dana White said. He's like, the kid knows what he's doing. He's definitely getting, being smart about it. He's creating hype around his fights. He's getting paychecks, but he's just like, but I just wish that he would pick boxers to box. If you're gonna fight if you're gonna ask my UFC fighter, mixed martial artist, to fight boxing, then why don't you just pick on boxers? I would love for Jake Paul to fight in
listen,
in
it's
mixed
called
martial
being
arts.
smart. Right?
No, it's smart, but I mean,
it's smart. See, this is what's going on with people, bro. They keep trying to use their emotions over the logical thinking. Why would he fight real boxing people, get his ass handed to him? I'm going to fight the guys who grapple and shit because they don't really know too much. Make them train for 3 months. I've been training for 2 years. I'm going to fight him. Now, Ben Askren, wherever his name, wasn't a good.
Ben Askren.
It just wasn't a good.
He was never a good
match.
boxer.
But watch, when we watch the Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather, you're going to see something totally different.
Who do you think's going to win that?
Come on, man. Floyd. Didn't Logan lose to KSI?
I think so, but I think he lost, but I think he lost by points. He never got knocked out.
All right. What do you think Floyd's gonna do, bro?
Floyd literally said, he goes, why would he? They asked him, they're like, why'd you take this fight? And he goes, why wouldn't I take this fight?
That's what I'm saying.
It's the easiest $100 million that he's probably gonna make in his life fighting.
$100 million. That's how much you're gonna make.
$100 million?
You think that's how much you're gonna?
I don't think Mayweather opens his phone unless it says $100 million.
I don't think $100 million. I think like 50. But even look at the numbers you were throwing around, bro.
Hang on.
That's different. This Logan Paul, I got to see the undercards. There's certain things you got to see.
Let me see. Floyd Money Mayweather. Is he here? No, it's probably on
I seen him get
Academics.
$100 million per fight, but I don't think he's getting $100 million for this fight.
I don't know, dude. I think he's definitely gonna get
$100 million for this fight,
bro. I don't think you realize how much he makes. Let me see.
You mean why have an exhibition with Logan Paul? Yeah, because a fight is something that goes on your record forever. This is an exhibition. Why not? I mean, like I just told you before. Remember this. I got a sharp mind. I told you I was an entertainer. I wasn't just a fighter. I'm an entertainer. So I can fight a fighter right now, right? And
what the hell did he have a hair? What the fuck?
I can guarantee myself what? 35 million. I could guarantee myself 35 million. Eventually probably make 50 million. Right? Just a regular fighter.
With a regular fighter.
Right. Or I can Logan Paul or a YouTuber. We can go out and entertain and have fun and make 9 figures.
God damn. No way.
100 million or more.
No
he
way.
is not fighting no one for nothing less
We'll
than 100 million or
it goes
more.
by who buys pay-per-view.
It goes by how much percentage he's gonna take of that pay-per-view. And listen,
That's insane.
if you give me like 10% of 100 million, you could beat me up on live.
There. That's insane, bro.
You could beat me up live. I don't care.
That's insane. But we'll see how that goes.
I mean, Mayweather's been born fighting.
I understand
He
the
came out
money.
the
I'm
womb
just
with
saying
the
that
gloves.
I don't know about
He's
the
definitely
100
gonna
million,
win.
bro.
That's why he knows.
I know he's gonna win, but
Yes.
I don't think it's gonna be 100 million. Hey, he can prove me wrong, but I think 50.
He's
But
proved
even
you
look
wrong
at that.
before.
Look how much money that is, bro. Like, come on, bro. What if I was Johnny Joe Bones? Yo, Floyd, fight me. I'll fight you. Like certain people, yo, I'll fight Conor McGregor. Fight again.
It's so crazy
Do a whole
how you
undercard.
have to pick someone specifically to fight them
Because you need the
because
buzz.
you need
can't
the
fight
money.
a random.
You can't fight.
You
no
gotta
one
fight
random.
one of these little popular YouTubers. Listen, think if Mr. Beast starts fighting. Like that kid
Mr.
had
Beast would just look at you
Yes.
like, "Oh, are you serious?"
50 mil subscribers. He's
No
like, yo.
disrespect to Mr. Beast, but like,
But listen,
he
him
does not look like a
listen,
fighter.
Him versus Logan Paul. No, him versus Jake Paul. Jake Paul throws the match and gets knocked out by Mr. Beast. That you know how much money you can make off that fight. That's easily
I don't know where Mr. Beast even pulls his money from. To be honest,
his YouTube. I don't know how he got so many YouTube subscribers. First of all,
I don't know. I know how
50
everyone
mil subscribers.
everyone
bro.
loves someone who can spend money that they don't have.
I don't know. I would have been lost all my deals. I've been saying something. I would have said something. Like, yo, get your little.
He doesn't because he doesn't really talk that much. If you really, if
Yo,
you really think about it,
he's
he's just straight to the point. He goes, "I'm gonna give you $50,000 if you open this door."
Too.
He's what?
Like he doesn't curse in his video. Like certain things I'm saying, like there's no dirt on him. You know, like me, they'll catch me saying like we just talk about how we don't believe in
Listen.
that little system. We would have got in trouble for that.
If the world keeps going the way it is, we ain't not going anywhere because of the things that we say. If people are still sensitive, we are not going
we'll be
anywhere.
all right. Well, that's it. This episode of 2 Bum Podcast. This was episode 21. You guys have a great day. Anything?
No, that's about it. Yeah.
Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at 2BluntFL. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's it, guys. Peace.
Later.